Have you ever stopped to think about what actually makes you choose one thing over another? It's this invisible force that's constantly shaping our decisions, our tastes, heck, even who we are. And a lot of the time, we don't even notice it's happening. So today, let's pull back the curtain on that force. Marketing.
I mean, think about your favorite coffee shop. Is it really truly just about the coffee? Or is it the whole vibe? The logo, the smell, that feeling you get when you walk in the door?
Or what about your go-to pair of shoes? That little bit of pride you feel, that sense of loyalty to the brand. Where does that feeling even come from? Well, you guessed it. In pretty much every case, that invisible hand that's guiding your choices and building those connections, yep, that's marketing. So let's dig into what that really means.
Okay, so what are we actually talking about when we say marketing? Because let's be honest, it's so much more than just loud commercials and flashy billboards. At its core, it's really the art of connection.
Now, if you want the textbook definition, here it is. Marketing is the whole shebang. It's the process of figuring out what customers need, understanding them, and then creating, communicating, and delivering something valuable to satisfy that need. It's a full circle.
But here's an easier way to think about it. Picture marketing as a bridge. On one side, you've got a business with a great product. On the other side, you have the people who could really use it. Marketing is the bridge that connects them.
And that bridge, it's built with all sorts of different tools. We're talking advertising, sure, but also branding, market research, how a product is developed, digital stuff, pricing, even customer service. It all falls under this giant umbrella of marketing. So, why does any of this matter? What makes good marketing an absolute game changer for a business? Well, let's break down 6 key ways it really drives success.
First things first, if nobody knows your product exists, it might as well not exist at all, right? Marketing is the megaphone. It's what cuts through all the noise out there and shouts, "Hey, over here, we've got something you're gonna love."
And honestly, who does this better than Apple? When a new iPhone drops, it's an event. The keynote, the ads, the buzz, all of it works together to build this incredible wave of hype and makes millions of people feel like they need to know what's new. But just knowing something exists is only the beginning. Great marketing goes deeper. It's not just about what a product does, it's about what it means. It's all about shaping how you feel about a brand. Just think about Nike. 3 simple words. Just do it. That's not about selling shoes anymore, is it? It stands for something bigger. Motivation, empowerment, achieving your goals. That's the power of building a brand image.
The best marketing isn't a company just yelling at you. It's a conversation. It's about listening to customers, understanding them, and building trust. That's how you turn a one-time buyer into a lifelong fan.
A perfect, everyday example is the Starbucks app. It remembers your favorite drink, sends you personalized offers. It feels like it knows you. They're not just selling you coffee. They're actively keeping that relationship going, making sure you feel valued and keep coming back. At the end of the day, a business needs to grow. And marketing, well, that's the engine that powers the whole thing. It draws a straight line from the company's efforts right to the bottom line.
It's a pretty straightforward cycle when you think about it. First, marketing attracts new people with things like ads. Then it gives them a little nudge, a motivation, to buy, maybe with a special offer. And boom, that generates revenue, which helps the business grow. Simple, but so powerful. Now here's a cool kind of secret role that marketing plays. It's like a crystal ball. Through market research and listening to feedback, companies can get a sneak peek into what customers will want next, sometimes before customers even know it themselves.
And Netflix is an absolute master at this. They don't just throw darts at a board to decide what show to make. No way. They analyze tons of data, what we watch, what we search for, when we pause, to make incredibly smart decisions about what new content to create.
Let's face it, the world is a crowded place. There are a million options for everything. So effective marketing is what makes a brand stand out from the pack. It shines a big, bright spotlight on them and gives you a clear reason to choose them over everybody else.
All right, so if you remember one thing from all of this, what should it be? The real takeaway here is that marketing is so much more than just trying to sell you stuff.
It's not just a function designed to push products out the door. At its absolute best, marketing is about understanding people, creating something of real value for them, and then building a genuine, lasting connection.
And that brings us right back to that idea of the bridge. See, it's not about forcing a product across to the other side. It's about building a strong, sturdy connection that allows value to flow freely back and forth. So I'll leave you with a little something to think about. As you go about your day, Pay attention. Think about the brands you interact with. Which ones have successfully built a bridge to you? And how exactly did they do it?